Ottoman Sunset is a game that has a special place in my heart, not just because I really enjoyed it when I played it back in the day, but also because it is one of the first games that I ever reviewed. And it was in that small bagged Victory Point edition, and now Worthington Games has been printing deluxe boxed versions of those games. Now, the designer told me that the game is exactly the same in terms of gameplay. They clarify some things. I don't know what that may be because the game was pretty clear in my opinion back in the day. But gameplay is exactly the same. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbox it with you. I started and I thought, you know what, why don't I film myself unboxing and maybe friends at home also will be curious to see what's in the box. So I'm going to unbox it so you can see the new components, but if you want to know more about gameplay, my review from back then is still valid, because again, same gameplay. So it's really nice to see these games that had gone out of production have become very difficult to find and very expensive. Victory Point games are already relatively expensive back in the day, based when you compare with the fact that it was a bag with some thick paper in it. And then the prices that have reached ever since have become insane. So you can probably have now your deluxe version for considerably less than the original version. We have a catalog here, there you go, so you can learn more about Tycoon Raccoon and Tabletop Raccoon. What? Rollbook, nice glossy paper. I guess this is where most of the work went in clarifying. Matter of fact, it really looks a lot longer than it used to be. I guess I see because I see an extended example of play, so you must have other materials here. You have gameplay variants, maybe that's the newer part. Optional rules. So it looks very nice and clean and well laid out. The components, the tokens, better graphics for sure, clearly thicker counters. Oh, looking very nice. You know what? At the end of this, I may have to just, you know, punch it and play it, because I haven't played it in a while. Matter of fact, I don't know where my copy is. That's the problem with having a large collection with those smaller folio envelope kind of games. But I sure do remember this board. Oh yeah. Again, it definitely looks a lot nicer now. It does look like an old map, almost like a medieval map in a sense, with that brownish color. I do remember the various mini games, the various fronts. Of course, this is a State of Siege game, so you're gonna have pieces moving towards the central place that you're trying to defend. And I remember this game striking me at the time for its balance between how really simple it was, even at the time there were fairly complicated State of Siege games, and yet how simple it was and how thematic and rich it felt. And then of course we have cards. Oh, I should have kept. Let's see if I can open. I'm not super good at opening these things. I guess I got lucky. The cards, which of course are the heart of the game, as they will create events that will move the enemy troops toward the place you're trying to defend. Also will give you actions, and I do remember distinctly that you could play this game historically with the cards in order, or you could shuffle within different ages, so you would have both variety and uncertainty, while at the same time still having the overarching theme. I seem to remember that the cards were vertical back in the day, but it does make sense to have them horizontal so that the text looks better. And the cards now are of excellent quality, like really good quality. Here's the back. I think they will shuffle really nicely, and each has its own individual illustration, which again is very nice. Oh, the Gallipoli landings. Yes, I remember if you play it in order, that's gonna be fairly early on, and it is its own mini game. Italy joins the war. Yes, not right away. That's why in Italy we call it the War of 1518. It took us a while to get going. So that's the idea. I'm not going to show you every card, but just to give you a sense of the quality that you can expect here. So everything looks really, really nice. The game, I remember having a great time playing. So either because you didn't play it back in the day, or you love it and you want a better version, or like me, you loved it and you can't find your own copy. So there are several reasons why you may consider taking a look at Ottoman Sunset, the deluxe edition, which has just been released by the new Victory Point Games, I guess.